Tonight, on the Confession Stories, a blue family binder, a folded paper, another county seal, another state, a marriage she never knew existed. He said everything he did was for you and the kids. But what if the only family he recognizes legally isn't the one he comes home to? Her name is Rachel Miller, suburban, mid-30s, 2 kids, 1 husband, and 1 signature that changes everything. This is The Secret Marriage.
I used to think our marriage was boring in the best way. Then I found paperwork that made it illegal in the worst way. My name is Rachel Miller. I'm 37, from Marietta, Georgia. If you drove down our street 6 months ago, you'd swear we were a postcard family. White picket fence, golden retriever, 2 kids sprinting toward their dad's SUV every morning. That was us, or at least that's what I believed. I met Ethan in a freshman economics class, clean-cut, all-American. My mother called that type reliable. He brought coffee during finals, talked about a future house and kids like a project plan. Back then, a plan felt like love. We married at 25 and did it by the book. Joint account, mortgage, health insurance, emergency contacts, all filed in a blue binder labeled Family Essentials. Every time he said, "For you and the kids," I believed him, even before we had kids. He worked in logistics, long hours, frequent trips, Florida, Texas, then Nevada. He brought home keychains and postcards that smelled like hotel air conditioning. I joked about a frequent flyer tattoo. He said maybe he already had one. I laughed. Our son Owen arrived in 2014, Lila 2 years later. He rebuilt Lila's crib because the first one squeaked. At church, they called him a keeper. I felt lucky. Life was steady. Saturday barbecues, movie nights, matching Christmas sweaters. He hung up every call with, "Love you more." If someone had told me a single document could erase 12 years, I would have laughed. The document was in our house the whole time. Mortgage renewal season. The bank wanted updated income verification and a copy of our marriage certificate. He was out of town, again, so I went to the blue binder. Neat, alphabetical, almost obsessive. Behind the insurance forms was a folded set of papers. I thought, old tax returns. Then the heading, State of Nevada, Clark County Clerk's Office. Why Nevada? We'd never lived there. I unfolded it. A marriage certificate, his name, his birthday, his signature. Next to it, Jessica A. Turner. The room went quiet in a heavy way. Our dog barked outside. I thought, don't let the kids see you cry. Date, July 2012, 2 years after our Georgia wedding. Official seal, witness signature, real. I reread it like it might change. It didn't. Shock and shame arrived together. How do you live with someone for 12 years and not know they're legally married to someone else? That night I made tea, sat with the certificate, and listened to the fridge hum. At 1 a.m., I texted, "We need to talk when you get home." He replied with a heart. And, "Of course, babe." It occurred to me the man who did everything for me and the kids might have meant someone else's kids too. Ethan got home Thursday after 6. He kissed the top of my head like always. Dinner plans? When the kids were upstairs and the dishwasher hummed, I set the certificate on the table, gold seal catching the light. He blinked slowly. "What is this, Ethan?" "Old paperwork. From Nevada. Your name. Another woman's." "Rachel, it was complicated. A mistake. Not a real marriage." I turned the seal toward him. "It looks real. It was before things were settled. I helped someone. It's dated 2 years after our wedding." He swallowed. "Rach, I love you. I love our kids. This is messy paperwork. You know how work gets." Denial isn't a wall. It's a rope that tries to pull you back into a smaller story. I need the whole story. Her name is Jess. She needed insurance. I signed something. It wasn't romantic. "You got married for insurance?" I didn't think it would matter. The kids came down for warm pajamas, toothbrush, story, goodnight kisses. It's strange how families snap back to routine between shocks. Alone again, I ask the questions real life needs. Where did you stay? How many times? Does she live there? He said trips blur, dates blur, he barely saw her. Truth and fog often arrive together. I started wiping the fog. Shared calendar, color-coded. 2 Las Vegas entries had a gray dot. Private event, not shared with me. Airline account, family pooling, Miller household 2, Amazon orders, a doorbell camera shipped to a P.O. box in Henderson. We don't own a door in Henderson. That night I asked about the P.O. box. Business mail, he said. Then why a household on your airline account? Company auto set. His phone lit up face down. Jess, flight landed, call you in the morning. I didn't confront then. I wanted the whole thing, not swattable pieces. Clark County Clerk's automated line. The certificate number matched a filed record. Filed means legal. I cried into a glove box paper towel in a grocery parking lot. A dental EOB arrived. His name, a dependent named Turner. I left it on his pillow. He was angrier at my snooping than at what it meant. I'm cleaning a mess I didn't make, I said. He slept in the guest room. Saturday soccer, bleachers, water bottles. Great hustle, bud. A phone call away from us. Not on Saturday. I'll handle it Monday. Work? Work. Is Jess part of work? Rachel. He promised no children, promised Nevada was paper. I wanted to believe so badly my teeth hurt. Sunday night, I found a thin metal key with a red rubber tag, HND-B12. I photographed it and emailed myself everything under a folder called If I Forget What's True. Monday, the bank. The teller printed a sheet, 1 savings we knew, 1 travel incidental card we didn't, mailing address Henderson, NV. I texted, talk tonight. No kids, no TV. He replied, please stop digging, I'll explain. That evening, 2 mugs of tea. I'm not calling you a monster, I said. I'm telling you I found a marriage certificate, a mailbox key, a travel card, and a benefits form that say Turner. I need truth that matches facts. He covered his face. I never meant to hurt you. That sentence is about him, not me. I need to know if I'm your only wife. Silence. He watched the steam like it might shape itself into a rescue. That silence was the first honest thing he gave me. Owen asked me on the ride to school if I could wash his team jersey because Dad forgets the cold cycle. It wasn't an accusation, just a 7-year-old tracking who does what. At the curb, he leaned back and whispered, Is Daddy in trouble? I don't know, I said. I think the truth is late. Lila asked if I could braid her hair like Daddy does. 2 neat ropes with pink elastics. I tried and failed and tried again. Sometimes the proof you're still a family is a crooked braid that lasts until lunch. He offered a hotel to give me space. Space is easy. Truth is hard. I opened my notes app. Tomorrow, call Henderson Post Office because denial hates daylight. Morning light didn't care what it touched. Cereal boxes, permission slips, a chipped mug. Everything looked the same except me. I'd slept maybe 2 hours. After drop-off, I called the Henderson Post Office. HND-B12 was active, registered to E.C. Miller with a co-holder. The clerk wouldn't name her. She just said, female. I sat in my car breathing for 10 minutes. When you find betrayal, your mind tries to be both detective and defense attorney. You argue with yourself in 2 directions. Coffee shop, black coffee I barely tasted. Joint card statements, 3 charges from USPS Henderson in 12 months, 1 labeled renewal, each aligned with a conference trip. A double life, balanced like a ledger. He texted, "Let's talk before the kids are home." He was pacing when I arrived. Did you call anyone? I called the post office. They confirmed the box. Your name, a female co-holder. He shut his eyes like blowing out a small fire. This isn't what it looks like. Then what is it? Work mailbox. She co-holds because she handles local operations. Jessica A. Turner handles your operations? He flinched, not remorse. Operations talk? He offered his phone, scrolling too fast. I caught fragments. Flight, weekend, I'll handle it. Same room. You're deleting things, I said. I'm trying to protect you. Protection and secrecy look identical from the outside. One saves you, the other saves him. He promised to end contact, to clean it up. I don't want you to clean it, I said. I need you to tell it. Days went on. Owen's math test, Lila's dance class, groceries, gas. Only my eyes had changed. Every Thursday, his work email auto-forwarded to asilverlinelogi.com, a subcontractor in Henderson. Website contact, operations manager, Jessica A. Turner. My stomach didn't drop. It settled, heavy and certain. He noticed I cooked dinner. Rare when I'm upset. Owen asked why Dad looked tired. Work's messy, bud. You have no idea, I said. After bedtime, he said, I talked to her. She's stepping back. I'm fixing this. Fixing what? A certificate or a conscience? Why can't you just believe me? Because belief is what got us here. He sat, elbows on knees, head in hands. I thought I could keep both worlds separate, he whispered. 2 worlds, separate. We sat inventorying our life like broken furniture. I kept thinking about that word the clerk used, female, not wife, not colleague, not customer. Maybe a label is the last thing you earn when you tell the truth. Until then, people become nouns you hide behind. I stayed up reading Silverline testimonials, trusted partnership, long-term reliability, family-driven values. It's odd how betrayal steals your words before it steals your peace. At 2 a.m., I emailed myself a screenshot of Jessica's signature block and shut the laptop. Some truths don't burn. They just turn the light on. That week, daylight started touching shadows I'd refused to see. The morning after another sleepless night, I brushed my hair slower like I was afraid to meet my own reflection. I'd spent years building us. Now I had to build me. 7:14 a.m. text from Ethan. Can we talk today? After school drop-off, no excuses this time. He looked smaller when he walked in, like the house had grown around him. I poured coffee, no sugar. Bitterness wakes you up faster. I need to know what you want. I want my family. Then you should have chosen it before you married someone else. I can fix this legally, he said. I'll file to void it. You don't undo a marriage like deleting a row, Ethan. I'm freezing our joint card today. Half the bills reroute to me. I'll move the kids and me to Mom's for a few weeks. Not forever. A pause. He wanted to argue, but didn't. Before he left, he whispered, I don't want to lose you. You already did. You just hadn't checked the mail yet. That afternoon, I called a family law counselor, not a lawyer yet. Documentation, financial autonomy, counseling for the kids, practical, doable. The counselor's office had a sand tray and a shelf of picture books. She asked me for 3 sentences I could say without shaking. I wrote, I need financial safety. The kids' schedule comes first. You can speak to me by text only this week. She called those bridge lines. Not forever, just how you cross the next week without falling in. Before I left, she said, write down 1 boundary you'll keep even if he cries. I wrote, no more secrets with a mailbox. I opened new accounts under my name, closed online access to joint ones, changed passwords that had his birthday. It felt less like revenge and more like breathing alone for the first time. I told Owen and Lila we'd stay at Grandma's for a bit. Families sometimes need quiet to hear each other again. They packed pajamas, stuffed animals, and a beach photo he took. Children should keep kind memories even if the story changes later. My mother opened the door without questions, just hugged me hard. Dinner had extra plates. Grace lasted a little longer. After dishes, we folded towels like we used to. She didn't say, leave or stay. She said, when I forgave your father, it worked because he told the truth without me dragging it out. How did you know it was the truth? I asked. Because it cost him something. That weekend, Ethan called twice. I let it ring. He texted photos of the kids' drawings on the fridge. I miss the noise. I missed it too. Missing isn't the same as inviting it back unchanged. Monday, therapy for me. No dramatic tears, just the quiet of someone saying, you deserve truth without footnotes. 2 weeks later, we met at the park near school. He brought coffee, like habit could paper over betrayal. I filed to void the Nevada license, he said. It's over with her. I nodded without promising anything back. I can't erase what I did, he said. I can only show up different. Then show up as a father first. The rest will either work or it won't. Sometimes strength isn't a roar. It's a signature. 3 days later, I signed temporary separation papers. Steady hand. You can love someone deeply and still refuse to be destroyed by them. The kids adjusted faster than I expected. FaceTime Tuesdays and Fridays. Lila counts sleeps until Daddy Day. I count the truths I can live with now that I've stopped closing my eyes. It's been 3 months. I still wear my ring. Not for hope. Taking it off feels like pretending none of this happened. Maybe I'll remove it one day. Maybe not. I didn't file for divorce that day. I drew a line. Truth on this side. Denial on the other.
Thank you for listening to the Confession Stories. Some lines end marriages. Some lines begin dignity. If tonight's story found you somewhere between the two, I hope you choose the line that keeps you whole. We'll be here whenever you're ready to speak.